Coming.
There it is.
There it is.
All right. Hello. Welcome to Famicast 117, your first Famicast of 2018. Yeah! I'm Danny Bibbins. I'm joined by Cyrus Delaney.
Oh, wow. This is a new year. It's Cyrus coming up first. How's it going, everybody?
And also joined. Yes.
Rest in peace, Internet.
It was a binary shout out.
Oh boy. This might be a rough one for me. Also joined by James Charlton.
2018 a go-go, baby.
There it is. And Ty Shugart.
Yeah, it's me, condescending online man.
I dressed up as you in Halloween last year.
Nice. Which was better, the comic book or the movie?
Yes.
Yes.
Awesome. Well, as always, we got another exciting show for you today. Lots of great games to talk about, some cool features and stuff like that we're going to have today. So let's just go
What
ahead.
do we got lined up, Danny?
Well, as usual, the new business. We got that little dab of news right up on the other side of some now playing at famicast.com. We have a quiz show lined up by James's son, actually.
We're also going to wrap up Game of the Year because, you know, there's always some little stragglers left behind, isn't there?
Right.
Because, you know, 5,000 games came out between December 20th and December 30th.
Yeah, exactly. And then just maybe playing the general catch-up, just, you know, with what we might have missed out on, too. Then, you know, of course, feedback from you guys as well. So look forward to that.
Let's do it.
Let's kick off with new business. And Ty, how about you go ahead and kick things off for the new year for us?
Ooh.
Oh, boy.
Yeah. And actually, so Ty, you did something kind of cool at the end of last month, didn't you? Like a special thing.
Yeah, I did a thing.
Famicast field trip.
Yeah, I went to the DMM offices and I met up with Tak Fuji.
Friend of
Sweet.
the show.
Yeah. Yeah, my video game dad. Along with John from Egotaku, or he is Egotaku.
From
He's
Egotaku. He is
Friend of the show, contributor to the website,
Yes.
etc.
Etc. etc. Yeah, so we went to DMM, we met up with Tak Fuji, and we played Gal Metal for a while.
Mm-hmm.
And we got all the details on how the game actually works, which is nice. Yeah.
Right, because even the people who played it didn't really know.
Yeah.
And you in particular were a little worried about it, I think, from at TGS.
Yeah, like people want to know, like, is it gonna be like Wii Music or whatever, where you just like mash and whatever, it doesn't matter, or is it gonna be like Guitar Hero, where every single note matters and you can't just make shit up?
And the answer is
Neither. It's Tony Hawk.
what?
What?
Yeah. All right. No,
Stand on your Joy-Cons and do like ollies and stuff to play
That's
music.
No, all right. Bear with me here. Okay, so think about this. In Tony Hawk, how do you get a high score?
Being
Never
good.
played it.
Really?
You
Wow.
string together a bunch of tricks sequentially.
Yeah, you put tricks together in combos, and also you have to use a wide variety of moves. You try to use all the moves.
So if you do the same move again and again, you lose points?
Yeah, well, it's a diminishing return. So Gal Metal kind of works like that. And by the way, it is only drums in the game.
Okay.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
Suddenly just with gal drums.
Yeah. So you make up your drum line to the song. You might remember from TGS, there's like a few guides. You know what I mean? Like some sample beats.
Yeah,
you
yeah.
can do.
They had it on little foam boards, right?
Yeah,
I think in our interview he kind of like flashed them up a few times.
yeah, and in the tutorial it shows you too. It shows you just like hit the snare 4 times or whatever. or the hi-hat 4 times, and then there's like 1 2 1 2, like it's fucking labeled enter sand.
Right.
So if you're a Metallica fan, you know exactly what that sounds like. So I got a peek at the whole fucking list, and it's sorted into styles. And yeah, and like in each style, there's like 8 or so, I think. I'm just gonna ballpark, like there's like 40 or so rhythms you can do.
Okay.
And that's important. What I just said, they're sorted into different styles. So you want to match styles on certain parts, and then do like different styles on other parts. Like there'll be like on the song diagram, like if you remember, if you can visualize this, at the top of the screen, there's like a progress bar through the song, and it'll be cut into different segments. And there'll be like A sharp, B sharp, C sharp. So you want to kind of match styles for the 2 A's, the 2 B's, and the 2 C's, if I remember right.
ABCs.
Yeah.
Easy as 1 2 3.
That is right. So you want to get a high score, you want to not drop combo. You want to use consistent styles in the same segments, but you want to use a variety of styles throughout the whole song.
Okay. So you gotta remember which the style that you should be using, and then use how many did you say? There's like 8 in each style, right?
I think so. Yeah, it'll be like metal and I don't know. It's different flavors of metal.
Okay.
I don't remember what they all are, but I recognize like a lot of the beat names as being from like, from famous artists like.
You mean like famous tracks, like named after tracks? Okay.
Yeah. Like there was one. It was called something Medicine, and it's like, oh, that's from Bad Medicine. And Inner Sand is obviously from Inner Sandman, and I don't remember because this was last month, but I know when he flipped through all of them, I recognized a lot.
Okay.
As a metal enthusiast myself.
And they are in English, if I remember, or like the names are in English, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Even though the story and the rest of it's in Japanese.
Yeah, that's right.
And I believe it's only been announced for Japan so far, hasn't it?
Yes. In fact, Tag Fuji seemed to be probing us, like, how the hell do we market this game in America?
Right.
What do we do?
Right. Maybe that's why I invited a bunch of white guys over.
Yeah, I kind of think that's exactly why.
Right.
So, okay, and he talked a lot about the story. The game is kind of story-oriented, and it's like the goofiest, most anime thing you can imagine. You may remember, like, it showed the initial story at TGS in that playable.
Aliens, schoolgirls, something like that, right?
Yeah. So I guess the main characters, there's a guy and a girl, and due to like some fucking alien bullshit, they're both in the same body, the girl's body. And
obviously,
I guess the aliens they got the Voyager probe, and I guess there was metal on it somehow.
Well, they have to put in everything that was important to mankind, and that's pretty important.
Yeah, and all the aliens were affected with compulsive headbanging, so they've come back to take revenge on Earth.
Is all the music Western music?
Good question. It's actually all metal versions of classical music.
Oh, that's fun. I guess there's no licensing fees. So.
No licensing.
Yeah, but there's an important game design reason for that, actually.
Oh.
Yeah. So if they licensed music, there would be like a correct way to drum every single song, right?
Oh, true.
So by using different arrangements of classical music, you can use your creativity, use what you think suits the song best.
I'm sorry. All I'm thinking of now is the Ramones on Simpsons. You know, happy birthday to you, happy birthday. That's all. Go to hell, you old bastards.
Sounds good.
Is Happy Birthday one of the songs? Or?
I don't think so.
Oh man, missing out. They should do that for the English version then.
Yeah, yeah. I couldn't get a whole song list, but it's vaguely album sized.
Right, man. They really need to be careful how they market that, because that could some snidey online commentator man could easily make more and more connections to Wii Music, couldn't they? There's no licensed music. It's a lot of waggling, that kind of stuff. You make your own, rhythm up and stuff like that, right?
Yeah, but
you need to make sure that what you're saying comes out, not what people are thinking.
What I'm saying is it's musical Tony Hawk, and I think it'll be a big hit with high score enthusiasts. And it's probably also it's fun to play without even looking at the screen.
All right.
You know what I mean? You don't have to look at the screen at all to play it.
Spiritual sequel to 1-2 Switch, finally.
Man, so even blind people could play this technically?
I think so, if you can navigate the
cool.
menus or whatever.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm sure there's not many games in that that category, right? Video games that blind people can play. It's nice to be able to add even just one to that list, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's a whole nother topic on itself.
Right.
Shout outs to Skullgirls.
Yeah, dude. Skullgirls has special support for visually impaired.
All right. I don't know how that would work with a fighting game, but I'll take your word for it.
The fucking nerd is moving the character to the right.
Yeah, right.
Throw back to screen time there.
So if you make a PC game, you can put in like little hooks for text to audio on menus. So players can navigate around the menus without being able to see. It's
Nice.
kind of good. And apparently it's really easy to do, but some developers just don't do it.
So back to Tak. Did he spill the beans on anything else? Any exciting secrets?
Yeah. There's one thing I'm not gonna talk about because we are soaring to secrecy.
Ah, man.
Come on, we won't tell anybody.
Listeners, do you promise you won't tell anyone?
All right.
Like, comment, and subscribe to promise you won't tell anyone.
Right.
So where were is this in Tokyo, right? DMM offices?
Yeah. It was, where the hell was it? Roppongi.
Oh.
Was it all like diamond coated floors and like...
Yeah, actually the office was incredibly swag.
Wow. Nice. Are you allowed to take pictures?
No, I got this little book from them.
Well, that's cute.
They have like some sort of light exhibit in the hallways between all the offices.
Nice.
Yeah. So there's this fucking crazy light show, and you can see it in this book.
Oh, they actually do that at the place?
Yeah, this is what the hallways look like.
Nice.
So if you can't see it, it's this weird like impressionism series of animals made of lights he's showing us in this book.
So how many people were at the offices when you went there? How many fellow stinky foreigners went with you?
Oh, no, it was just the two of us.
All right. You and cool.
Yeah, me and John.
That's right.
Cool.
Yeah. Shout out to John. You had some good laughs with Tak, went out for drinks, strip bars afterwards, etc.
Hell yeah.
Well, they're in Roppongi, might as well.
Well, how else is he going to get a 10 out of 10 on the Famicast.com?
Yeah.
That's how it works in Japan.
Actually, the office lady shoot us out when we hit 2 hours. But it was good. I got a good feel of the game, and
Nice.
it definitely improved my opinion of it, knowing how everything works.
Well, I think listeners to the show will appreciate that. You saying anything other than this is complete garbage is high praise indeed.
Yep.
Because that's pretty much what it was at TGS. We didn't even talk about it in our TGS hype of the year, did we? Didn't even come up in the game of the year.
No, I think at TGS everybody came away from it feeling very neutral because we didn't know what the fuck was going on with it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Also, well, I didn't know what the fuck was going on because he didn't have his dreadlocks. That confused me.
Yo, right? I hear that. Bring him back.
It didn't come up in the conversation. I think I asked him actually, and he just, I don't know, he gave me some kind of half-hearted answer. Something about Japanese business. I don't know. Maybe. Okay, so
that is my inside info on Gal Metal.
Scoop.
Cool and good. Okay, and I also played another game that is not new and exciting.
Okay.
Brilliant.
But
tell us more.
Yeah. No, it's cool. I played Oxenfree.
Heard of it.
Which I believe is out on the Switch. Yeah, I believe we talked about it last time.
Did we?
Yeah, or we mentioned it, like it was coming out or something.
Okay.
It sounds like some kind of paint remover liquid. Oxenfree removes all hazardous substances from your car or something like that.
Sure. Yeah, so I remember last time we talked about it, and I said, hey, I have that game. I haven't played it yet.
You do say that a lot.
Yeah, I do. So I played it, and it was fun. It's kind of I don't know what to call it. Like it's kind of like a not quite a point and click adventure game. It's more like a combination of one of those Walking Dead style games. What do you call those?
Gotcha. The Telltale games.
Yeah, it's like one of the Telltale games combined with a walking simulator. In a nice, very 2D hand painted environment.
It's not cursor controlled. It's like you just direct control movement. The character. Yeah,
that's right. You guide this teenage girl around through a spooky ass ghost story, and it's fun. That felt like I never read up on anything, but it felt like there's a lot of different endings, but lots and lots and lots of meaningful choices you make.
Miranda will remember this.
Yeah, exactly. And do you get like messages from yourself in the future? And then maybe I shouldn't give any spoilers, but I think you should pay attention to what you have to say to yourself.
I would like to think if that ever happened that I would.
Yeah.
It's like if I took the time to send myself messages in the future, I'd be like, I'm going to ignore this. This is fine.
Right?
I got a message from myself from the future. Like this time last year, it said buy stock in Nintendo, Pokemon Go, and the Switch is going to be lit. And I just deleted it because I thought it was a hoax.
Buy Bitcoin. Get this fucking spam out of my inbox.
That's right.
Fuck.
If future me is listening, I apologize. I should have listened to you.
Yeah, so I have to wonder what happens when you get to the future. Do you send the message that you received back to yourself, or do you say something else?
Yes.
Yes. All right. Well, it's not too
so Oxenfree.
Oxenfree. Yeah, I had fun. I mean, it's a free game, or it was when I got it. It probably cost money on Switch.
Yeah, probably, yeah.
You accidentally bought it or got it somehow for free.
Yeah, I think it was one of the games with gold. So I played through the entire thing in an evening. It's not that long, but I stayed up longer than I expected to beat it. Because I was hooked on it. It was
15 hours.
Yeah. No, it's probably only a few hours.
Would have got in my top 5, but for you, it was an evening.
Right? Sounds about right.
Cool. So, would you say it would be worth it for? How much is it on Switch, by the way? Does anyone know?
I don't know.
Yeah, no clue.
I'm guessing it'll be like $20 or something. It sounds like that kind of price.
Yeah. Right. 15 sounds okay. 20 sounds maybe a little high, but passable.
If it sounds a little high, it's probably a Switch price.
Yeah. If it's 10, go for it.
If it's 10, go for it. Okay. I can't find the price. Brilliant. Oh, it's $20 on the American.
Yeah, Cyrus knows the Switch shop.
There you go.
Oh, yeah.
So 20 American is not worth it, you say?
Well, I have a lot of fucking games to play, but if you want like a spooky ghost story really bad, I would say go for it.
Okay, cool. Oh, I forgot to read this out when you were talking about Gal Metal, but we had a comment on YouTube from Daniel Ramos. He says, "I hope they release a demo of Gal Metal on the eShop. I'm curious how this game feels." Do you think this game it needs a demo?
I think it would be a good idea. Yeah, kind of like how. Did you ever play Parappa the Rapper?
Yes.
Okay. Way back in the day, did you ever get your hands on a demo disc for Parappa the Rapper?
Nope.
I did, and just the demo disc was like a huge fucking challenge if you didn't know what you were doing.
All right, so it put a lot of people off, you mean?
Maybe, but I think it hooked a lot of people too. I like the demo in itself was kind of a substantial game, if you know what I mean. Just to try and understand how this fucking game works.
Yeah, I would be concerned about Gal Metal getting a demo, because if they just released a demo that we played at TGS, you would come away from that thinking it is a mess that makes no sense. It's Wii Music with an elaborate story.
Mm-hmm.
And but on the other hand, if I saw this game in the eShop, I'd be like, whatever, and never look at it because it looks like Wii Music with the story.
The Famicast account retweeted a picture of Tak Fuji in a game shop in Japan, and he was holding like a pre-order box for Gal Metal, so I guess you can pre-order it now. So this is obviously a retail game, so it's going to be at least like 4,800 yen, like a $40 kind of game, right? I imagine.
Sounds about right. I don't remember if a price came up, but
I doubt it. I doubt this is going to be like a premium, 6,000, 7,000 yen game, is it?
Probably not.
Unless he wants to send it out to die.
Yeah, well, I don't know. Good luck to him. He's got an uphill battle with this game, I think.
It has my seal of approval, though, so you can just put that right on the fucking box.
And even more worrying, he said, like, please pre-order this game so I can, like, continue to work in the gaming industry for another couple of years or something. It sounds like a lot is riding on this,
Maybe. Yeah, like he's at a new publisher. He has to prove himself. Right? But, I liked it.
You let white people into the office and it doesn't even sell anything. What's the point?
Yeah, exactly.
Cool. Shameful.
All right. Well, Ty, is that pretty much all you had, man?
I think so, unless you guys want to shoot any questions to try to jog my memory about what I saw.
Next.
All right. Well, I think we'll move on. I think you pretty much covered it. And
I hope so.
Next up, James.
What?
Wow.
Did you just hiss at me?
I think whoever's not talking should just like crank it down to low.
Okay.
Or the very lowest one is like no visual at all, right? Okay. But not that, but the one up from that. Sorry, Danny, had a point.
Okay, it's okay. Did you even hear anything that I just said?
No, you just went.
Awesome.
I thought we were doing like a, trying to speak Spanish or something.
This is not a good day for my internet, apparently. Neither is this past couple of weeks. Great. Okay. Well, James.
Yes.
What have you been up to?
I, first of all, played Splatoon 2. Well, I'm always playing Splatoon 2, but I finally got into level 10, got into ranked. So I finally started playing ranked, which is my favorite way to play Splatoon 2 because, you get all the different modes and stuff. And there was the new mode Clan Blitz, which is a brand new mode for Splatoon 2. Wasn't in Splatoon 1. And this is it's a very interesting mode, and it's incredibly complicated. And people in the like the lower ranks, which is where I am at the moment, you know, some people don't understand the rules, and it's quite easy to see why that is. So basically, you're collecting these golden clams all over the stage. They get dotted kind of randomly, you know, like coins in Mario or something. They're just randomly everywhere. And when you collect 10, they form into like an American football, and which also gets dragged behind you. So you'll start with like, you know, 10 little golden clams like trailing behind you like a snake. And then when you get the 10th one, it'll form into a large American football. And there are more. Everyone on the team could potentially collect 10 each. So you could have like, you know, all 4 of you with these, you know, massive footballs. And what you have to do is throw this ball at a kind of a mesh, like a ball net thing in the opponent's territory. And this, once you throw one of these giant footballs at it, it breaks open. And then your friends can then throw clams into their net and score points. So you have to, first of all, smash it open with a giant football. And once it's smashed open, then you can throw in like, you know, little ones or big ones to get points. I think little ones are like, I can't remember how many, it's like 10 points or something like that. But the giant ones, no, 1 point or 3 points. I don't know, it's a few points.
The giant one initially like just kind of busts this open. So
yeah,
you can put
it's just to bust it open. Yeah,
Gotcha.
yeah, exactly. So obviously you've got to make sure that doesn't happen to you, right? You've got to make sure people, if you see someone, they'll be highlighted on the map and they'll be highlighted visually if they've got a giant football, so you'll know when they're coming. You know, it's like, you know, having the what other mode does that do that in?
Rainmaker.
Yeah, exactly. Thank you. So yeah, when you hold in the Rainmaker, you're pretty much like a target on your back because, you know, it's everyone on the map can see you, right? So yeah, so to get a knockout, to like completely destroy the other team, you have to basically get 100 points before they do, and then it's a knockout and you win completely. If it goes to like, if you run out of time, it's like whoever got the most clams in the basket. And I've had some tense games where it's been like, you know, just a couple of clams between the teams. That's pretty exciting. But it usually ends with a knockout, like most ranked games, you know. But yeah, it is exciting, you know, when people are going back and forth, like smashing up in their net, and then it does heal after a while, like if you leave it. Actually, that's the one point I'm not entirely sure about. I don't know if you can actually paint your basket to heal it faster or not. It doesn't seem to make any difference. I'm not sure about that. But anyway, the shield goes back automatically anyway. Gotcha. So yeah,
this really seems like a bizarrely convoluted mode compared to Splatoon's.
Yeah, it's very hard to explain. Yeah. It took me, you know, a few. Well, actually, no. I actually learned through it. I learned about the rules through my students at the end of like last semester last year. We usually play games together on like the last day of the year, and we played it locally. So it was just me and like 3 other people. So we just played like a 2-on-2, and that was really, really useful because, you know, they explained the rules to me, and, you know, we could do it in a not very competitive, not very, you know, serious method. And I was like, oh shit, I'm glad I could have this kind of slow paced explanation of the rules to me. Even though it was kind of like half in Japanese, half in English, but whatever. So yeah, I can imagine people just getting murdered in ranked mode and not knowing what the fuck is going on. It's like these clams being thrown everywhere, American footballs appearing out of nowhere. It's like, what the fuck's going on? It reminds me of that scene in Futurama when he like watches a baseball game and then these giant ants just like crawl onto this pitch, and he's like, what's going on? I can imagine people feeling like that. Oh yeah, this is like the big, you know, 2.0 update. You know, there's a bunch of stuff updated, right? Like new music and stuff as well. Bunch of new weapons, like the, you know, the champagne cork one. That's a whole new weapon. It's like a, you know, it's a champagne thing with the cork at the end and pops out, you know.
I love the random the Kingsman umbrella they added recently.
Oh yeah, like a agent kind of style semi-transparent one.
Yeah, that's like, what a random little unofficial tie-in.
Yeah, with that one, actually, for people unfamiliar, the umbrella weapon is quite tricky. There are a few variations of it, but basically it shoots ink. It opens up and it shoots ink out, but you can actually hold down the trigger, and the umbrella will detach from your gun and then shoot forward like a moving shield, and it will actually destroy people on the way as well. And then it takes a few seconds to recharge and do it again. But this new one, it doesn't actually detach, but it's a lot faster to fire, so that kind of makes up for it. So you can shield yourself and fire quite rapidly, but it doesn't detach. But you very rarely have an opportunity to do the detachment thing, to be honest. But yeah, it's pretty cool anyway. So yeah, that's Clan Blitz. It's a lot of fun. If you can understand the rules, I would probably say try and do a practice before you go online into fully ranked mode. Otherwise, you might get destroyed. Next is a brand new game that I got on the recommendation of Danny, Mr. Daniel Bevins here.
Oh,
terrible precedent already.
No, it's Rocket League.
Nice.
Yeah, it was on sale on, I think, pretty much every region. I think they weren't actually at the same time. Like I remember Europe had a sale and I kind of missed it, but then Japan had one. I was like, yes, I'd rather buy stuff on the Japanese eShop anyway, because that's where my money is. My money's in Japan, so
right.
I think it was like 1,500 yen, 1,600 yen. It was a good price. I think it's like usually over 2,000, isn't it?
Yeah, like 22 or something like that.
Yeah, it was a good price. So I was like, yeah, why the hell not? And I've only just done I've played online. A few matches. I've tried a couple of modes out. Like, it's yeah, I'm still in the practice stage at the moment. I'm very, very bad at the game, but yeah, I love the look and the controls and everything. It seems awesome. It reminds me of an N64 game. I don't know what it is. Maybe Ty or Danny, you can remember. There was was it Monster Truck Madness or something? Like there was a vehicle based game where you kick.
Excite Bike had a mode like that, a soccer mode.
Excite Bike 64. No, it was like, I think it was a car based one. But anyway, it could be Monster Truck Madness. I'm not sure. That was on 64, right?
Yeah.
I'm not getting confused, right? There was a bunch of N64 multiplayer modes added to stuff back then, right? It was like, fuck it, put a 4-player split screen mode in and, add a ball to it. Everything had it. Buck Bumble had it.
Buck Bumble.
So yeah, I'm excited to play more and Danny to show me the ropes and everything and how to actually play well at it.
Yeah, no, man, you're doing it right. If you're going into the practice mode, that's what you need to do. Because I think when I first started playing back on the PS4, I just jumped right in online and I didn't know what the hell was going on.
Right.
Just like trial by fire, very much so.
But yeah, I mean, I got put with somebody with veteran ranking, and I thought, okay, this seems a bit odd. I'm literally at the lowest rank, and it's like I get put with someone veteran. But it was amazing to see people at that level, what they can do and stuff like that. It was like, yeah, they're playing real football. They're like crossing it in and then, well, not heading it in, but like,
Headlamping
it in. It was like, it was like real football. I was like, wow, this is it's kind of amazing to see. Yep. I think they destroyed me like 10-0 for that game. So that was fun. It was like someone on elite level and someone on veteran versus me and another beginner. So not really too confident with the matchmaking there.
Yeah. Were you just playing on the Japanese servers, or do you remember?
I don't remember.
Yeah, if you don't mess around with it, then it automatically usually connects you to, if you were here in Japan, so
yeah,
usually it connects you here.
Yeah, and I'm playing the Japanese, well, not the Japanese version, but I don't know.
It's all region based. Like because we're here. I mean, I have the American version of the game, but because of the location, it always the initial go-to is the Japanese servers.
Okay. My only down point, like negative point so far, is like the menu or the main screen menu. It looks very cluttered and not really easy to find stuff, and quite small everything. You know, it would make more sense for things to be a bit easier to read. You know, like half of the screen is a giant advertisement for something.
Yeah,
It's
that's
a bit weird.
That wasn't there with like the very first release of it. It's just like a thing where they can get news out about the game and stuff, but it it hasn't changed yet. And the game came out in, you know, like early November.
Right. Yeah, but it was interesting to know that they have the Batmobile and Fast and the Furious and Back to the Future stuff and stuff. That's pretty cool. But that's for real money, right?
Yeah, all the cool skins like that are real money DLC, I think.
Like that. But Mario and Luigi cars are free, which is cool.
Yep.
And I just unlocked the Samus gunship as well, which is pretty cool. So yeah, those are the two games I've been playing for fun. And then for review, I played this game called The Dear God, which is almost another game which reviews itself in the title.
Oh dear.
Ty, you played this.
Which game?
The Dear God.
Yeah, it sucks.
It's a shame because the game, like, it looks really cool. It's got a cool visual style to it.
That is it. That is it. It gets 1 point for good visual style, and it gets 2 points for a great soundtrack. So that's a little spoiler for my review there. The soundtrack is incredible. Like, if you close your eyes, it would be like you're watching an episode of Stranger Things. It's really, really incredibly well done, the soundtrack, and it's completely out of place for this very bare bones, kind of crappy platformer adventure game. It's really weird. Like it kind of advertises itself as this like open-ended, like randomly generated like adventure game, but it really isn't. It's just like hold right and just keep moving. And then the levels slightly change, and it goes through like a day-night cycle. You're playing a deer character, by the way, an actual deer. And these kind of little enemies attack you, and which you can just basically avoid. And then you get to the end, and then that's it. It's just very, very chilled out, but it's also incredibly boring. Like you're not really doing anything. It's like, it just feels like a waste of time. Like I was like pushing through. I was like, shit, I've got to find some content of this game. You know, I'm going to review it. I've got to know what is in this game, but there was nothing there.
It's funny that this game is made by Crescent Moon Games, who also do Morphight, and like striking visuals, fantastic soundtrack. Those are the two Morphight, like the things that really stand out from Morphight 2.
Yeah, but I can't say I don't think this is going to win most disappointing game of this year, because I wasn't really expecting anything. But yeah, the pixelized, this is pixel, like kind of chunky pixels, voxels. I don't know. It's like 3D pixels kind of thing. Are quite impressive, but like it's got these like 3 layers to it, and often like it's confusing. Like the foreground and the plane that you're supposed to be walking on kind of like look the same. So you know you get that thing where you're like, oh, can I jump on that bit, or is that in the foreground? You know, you get those kind of weird, kind of confusing parts to it. So yeah, that's not good. But yeah, concept is interesting, sound, visuals interesting, but there's no game to it. It's just completely vacuous, empty. You know, you feel like you're wasting your time playing it, kind of thing. So yeah, if it has a soundtrack, buy the soundtrack. Don't buy the game. So yeah, that's me. Done. Next.
Okay. Cyrus, how about you?
So me, I actually got a lot of games in this winter vacation. So my family in Ireland, I've got quite a large family, so they sent me a bunch of Switch games, so I was pretty happy about that. And so the people who follow us on Twitter, they might have noticed I put up a poll just after Christmas, which was asking what game I should play first out of my 3 games. So I put up a poll of like Mario Odyssey, Sonic Forces, and Doom. And I don't know why I even bothered. Mario Odyssey like demolished the other 2.
That's a disappointment. I mean, I'm happy that Mario won, but disappointing that Doom wasn't second. That's just ridiculous.
I think everyone kind of knew I actually wanted to play Sonic and were like throwing me some pity votes.
No, I threw you a Sonic vote because I was genuinely curious to see, you as a Sonic fan, how you feel about it.
I think my enjoyment of Sonic hinged very, very importantly on not playing Mario Odyssey before I played Sonic Forces.
Uh-oh.
I was all about telling you to play Doom.
So, yep. Actually, I have some concerns about Doom. I'm going through that at the moment, but
Concerns.
yeah, with Mario, just going through them sequentially, I guess. With Mario, it is such a ludicrously polished game. Like Nintendo games are always absolutely gorgeous. They're like polished to the extreme. They've got content dripping out of them.
And that's what you hate about games, right?
Like, it's sickening. It's sickening how good Mario Odyssey is. Like, every other game developer would just I don't know what they would do to get the budget and time that Mario Odyssey was clearly allowed to have. That's there's nothing wrong with that game. It is just basically perfect. One of the most perfect platformers I've ever played. And
that's why you hate it.
Well, I don't know. It's just that style of game. Like, I enjoyed going through it, but I was also bored most of the time. So there's just something about Mario's style that's kind of platforming, like the roving exploration platforming. It just doesn't click with me. No matter how good the game is, I'm just kind of going through it for the sake of going through it.
Okay.
But at the same time, I fully acknowledge Mario Odyssey is an absolute masterpiece. Like, it is a shining example of how platformers should be made.
And from that, you went to?
From that, I went to Sonic Forces, which takes a different approach to platformers.
A different approach to video game design.
So I wrote a whole review on this. You can check that out in the Famicast.com, where I go over the whole thing. But generally, Sonic Forces is a good game that is disappointing in every way. That's like they have three types of play. You play as 2D Sonic, you play as modern 3D Sonic, and you play as the create a character avatar mode. And all of these gameplay modes have really cool, interesting gameplay, but all of them are broken in some way. It's like
brilliant.
It's like, and what makes it even worse is the 2D Sonic that you play as. In the story, it is heavily hinted that he is literally the Sonic from Sonic Mania. That after Sonic Mania, he ends up being pulled into Sonic Forces, and Sonic Mania has the best Sonic controls. It's beautiful and smooth and perfect, and then you play him in Sonic Forces, and everything is wrong. It's awful. It's hard to use the character. I die for no reason because the control just does not act how it should act, which is so sad.
How does this happen every fucking time?
And
it's called the Sonic cycle, Danny. Never heard of it?
I know. And what's really sad is that, so whenever you say Sonic games, like, the first thing everyone thinks of is like
shit.
Fast platform. Well, that's you. That's these days, yes, it's getting there where it's like shit game. But like, everyone thinks you have to have a fast platformer. The whole game is about speed, go faster. But Sonic games aren't supposed to be about that. Sonic games are supposed to be about like fluidly being able to change between lanes. It's kind of like there's like 4 different routes through every level. And if you do really technical, like jumping and platforming, you'll go to the higher, faster routes. And if you're bad, you'll kind of drift towards the lower routes that are slower and like they'll kill your time kind of thing. But
right. So it goes less and less fun the more you play it.
Yeah, because as you go to the lower routes, it will teach you how to do the platforming sections, and then if you go back and play them again, you will now know how to do the higher levels, and you'll naturally progress up or down depending on how your skill level is. But that's the scholarly look at Sonic games. But if you look at them on the base level, it's just go fast, and that's kind of what Sonic Team does for the most part. They just make fast Sonic games, and they're terrible. That's so like they made the game so fast and they try to make these beautiful, lush, gorgeous levels that are like some parts of this look as good as Mario Odyssey. Like they're beautiful, long-range city views that are amazing to look at. But you're going so fast through them. It's like like some levels are literally finished in less than a minute the first time you go through the level.
Wow.
So, like, have any of you ever played Sonic Adventure 2?
Yes.
A little bit.
So, you know, Sonic Adventure 2, the first level is City Escape, where you start the level like you're like snowboarding down the streets of San Francisco. And
Great level. Amazing music. You can go play that at karaoke here in Japan.
It's good. I do it frequently. But it's so like that level starts with this snowboarding section or like skateboarding or whatever. And then after that boarding section, it goes to a regular platformer level and there's all the usual Sonic stuff. But Sonic Forces just cuts that boarding section and that's your level. Like that's the end of one level. Then it will go to the next part of a single Sonic Adventure level would be a completely different stage. So to make that simpler, a single stage in any Sonic Adventure game would be like 4 stages in Sonic Forces. So it's, I don't know, this game, it feels like they had huge plans for it. And then like midway through development, they were told, you're not getting any of that budget, by the way. And they had to just wrap everything up. So everything is kind of like, it's cut in a polished way. Like they were given loads of time. They were told, you're not getting your budget. Start to wrap things up. So it wasn't wrapped. It wasn't pushed onto shelves, a buggy mess. It was just finished halfway through what they were planning to do. And like in even bizarre ways, like the one of the main hooks is you fight all the super bosses from all the Sonic games are back, and you have to fight them all. So you have to fight like Shadow the Hedgehog. You have to fight
all the classics,
like all the classic Shadow the Hedgehog, Chaos from Sonic Adventure. You have to fight Metal Sonic, Robotnik. You have to fight Zavok from Lost World. I guess he's classic now, and like this new guy, Infinite. But 2 of the bosses I just named are not actually in the game. They're only in cutscenes. You never actually get to fight them. And so clearly they had planned that you're supposed to fight these characters, but they're like, no, you're not getting a boss fight. Just cut that section out of the game. And it's never mentioned why you don't fight these guys.
Product complete.
Yes. Right. And stuff like in the story, there's parts where it tells you like you have to destroy the defenses of this base. And it sounds like they have sound files for that level where you're destroying defenses, but they just put them in another level. So your character is just running through this level, not destroying anything, while all the background characters are like, yeah, you're destroying the turrets. Good job. Oh, you made it through. Defenses are down. And you're like, I'm not doing any of what you're saying. What are you talking about? And then the end of the level is like, yeah, you did it. We're able to enter the base now. And then the story progresses with everyone entering the base. But it's like there was just levels that they didn't finish and just cut them out of the game entirely.
So which game do you prefer then, Mario or Sonic?
So I don't know, man. like Sonic Mario, that'd be an Olympics game. But the Sonic Forces, I cannot in good conscience advise people buy this game. It's just not very good. I really want to like it, but I can't.
That's a fan saying that.
I know. Like usually with Sonic games, usually I try and clear them 100%. I get everything. And in Sonic Forces, I'm going through the levels, getting everything. Like you have to, and I told James about this, that you have to, when you finish the level, you get an S rank. That's your goal. But you also have to try and find 5 hidden red star rings on the level.
Oh God, here it comes.
And that's been in the games for a while. That's fine. But then after you get the 5 star rings, that unlocks 5 number rings, which have to be collected in the specific 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 order. And then once you get those, that unlocks silver moon rings, which you have to like find somewhere else in the level. So, and the initial red star rings are sometimes dotted on the different routes of the game. So you have to finish each level sometimes like 6 or 7 times at minimum to fully unlock them. And it's like, it's just the most awful padding. Like, some of these levels are like a minute long, and you have to just finish them 7 times, one after the other, to hit all of these like these unlockables. And once you have all the unlockables, they don't unlock anything. No benefit for doing this stuff.
Danny, can we insert the sound effect from like, what is it? The Last Crusade, when the Nazis like faces melting. Can we just like insert that sound effect, please?
See what I can do.
I just like I want to like this game. It's like, but and then the weirdest part is the character creation, which should be terrible, is really good. Like it's one of the fastest, snappiest character creators I've ever used, and it encourages you to constantly change your character, and that's loads of fun. But then using your character makes you just want to go back to the character select thing because that's more fun.
So it's just like a meme generator, I guess. You just like make a character, take a screenshot, and then off you go.
Yeah, pretty much. And
put it on Twitter and see what happens.
And it's like this game, if they had given this game another year, and it needed a full another year to finish, like it's not a finished game, this might have been an amazing classic Sonic Generations 2 level of game.
Are they going to give you the rest of the game like via DLC?
They've already given Super Sonic as DLC. So, like, you know, previous games you play Sonic, you pick up 50 rings and have all the Chaos Emeralds, then you can turn into Super Sonic. In this game, he was like free post-launch DLC, but I think that's limited time free. So, like, next month you have to pay to use Super Sonic.
Wow, that was the We're Sorry DLC pack.
Yeah, this game. It makes me angry. It's so bad.
Good. Good. So what's going on with Doom then?
So Doom.
Is it a problem with Doom in general, or just the Switch version that
I think just the Switch version is. Okay. The game looks very cool. It, like, you know, I'm playing this on the train. I'm like, I was just on the train today, and there was a kid beside me playing like Yokai Watch or something on 3DS. And then,
yo, check this out, boy.
And I just sat down beside him. I was playing Doom, and I'm like, man, my game looks way better than his game. And but I definitely feel playing Doom like it was clearly designed to run on something better. Like, it feels like a game that you're playing on low settings. But it's yeah, you definitely are, and it's cool. Like, you're playing Doom, it plays like Doom, it feels like Doom, except the Joy-Cons are awful to play this game with.
Oh right, I keep forgetting you don't have a Pro controller.
Yeah, so I have my Switch here. When you're like, I was playing this in the train, and obviously you can't really use a Pro controller when you're sitting on a commuter train. With this.
You say that. Did you not see that accessory that got announced like at the beginning of the week? It's like a thing that hooks on your shoulders, and then it like swings forward like this. So you can just like have the screen in front of you and then just hold your Pro controller.
I was legit thinking of actually making myself one of those. It'd be really easy to do.
Shit, it sounds like a joke, but that kind of is what you need, isn't it? Something that you can walk to work while holding a proper controller.
Yeah, and like, even I have a case for my Switch, and it has a neat little like folding thing inside, like that like holds the game cards, and it folds up and forms a stand to lean the Switch against. So
I would like to see the death count of like people who own that accessory to how actually survive the rest of the year.
How many manholes they've stepped into, or other comedic occurrences.
Like, they sell 20,000 of them, and it like literally there's like 19,000 deaths that year or something.
But with the Switch, if you've never held a Switch, that when you have the Switch in like portable mode and Joy-Cons attached, your thumb kind of naturally sits on the 4 face buttons, but so that puts the analog stick is like kind of on the like below the second knuckle of your thumb. It's quite a significant distance down. So if you're playing like a platformer game, you're probably going to be using your left thumb which is where the analog stick is perfectly for your left thumb. But a first-person shooter, you have to use both analog sticks, one for movement, one for looking. And it forces you to move your thumb really far down for a long period of time. And like my hand was actually starting to hurt playing this game, even just for like a 40-minute trip on a train.
Yeah, I could see that, yeah.
And it also puts your hand in a really like awkward claw shape, putting your hand down that far. So, which makes precision aiming really difficult with that analog stick. So the game itself is fine. It's just purely the Switch is not a good console to play shooters on.
Right on.
But I have mitigated that slightly. I got a new Bluetooth dongle for my Switch, so I can use the Wii U Pro controller. So I've been playing Doom on my TV, and it's still a little weird because the Wii U controller is a bit weird, but it's a lot better. So if you've used the Wii U Pro controller, both analog sticks are at the top of the controller, whereas every other controller on the market, the right analog stick is below the face buttons. So it's very strange playing a shooter with your thumb above the buttons you need to jump and stuff.
Man, the Switch Pro controller, did you use one at like TGS or whatever?
I've used a few at TGS, and it's a nice controller.
Man, you really need to get one. You need to ask one for your birthday or something.
It's $80. I'm not willing to buy a Pro controller at the moment.
They're less than that, right, Danny? Like,
got 7,000, but I mean, they're still ridiculous.
Oh, yeah. I saw it for less than that. I saw it for like 6 something.
Even then, $10 for this dongle. That'll sort me out for a while.
Yeah, you're not gonna beat that. Cool.
So yeah, begrudgingly, Mario Odyssey is a perfect game. Sonic Forces is not. Yeah.
But you still only give it like a 6 out of 10 to Mario. Perfect game, 6 out of 10. Sonic, other shit, 5 out of 10.
Like as an example, like the thing that really stood out to me in Mario that made me like, why does this game have so much polish for no reason? Is like when you're playing the volleyball, that horrible volleyball mini game.
Right, yeah.
So yeah, there's a bad thing in Mario. It's true. I'm sorry, but there is. This is a volleyball mini game, and so you're bouncing this volleyball back and forth. Yeah, Mario has different animations depending on where you hit the volleyball. So it's like if it lands on his head, he'll do an overhand volleyball pass. If it hits him in the leg, he'll kick it back in a special, never used elsewhere in the game animation. And it's like, why? Why did you have this much money making this game that you could pay an animator to do these stupid animations for this awful minigame?
Well, he kicks like cones away, doesn't he, in the city?
Yeah.
Stuff like that.
He's like an asshole.
Yeah, maybe he does. Well, I guess he got even one unique volleyball animation. I'm still pissed off at that one then.
Did anyone ever work out what to do with that American football that's randomly in New Donk City?
I have no idea.
I have no idea what to do with that. It's just there and he just kicks it around. Don't know why.
Yeah, I got about like 350 moons into Mario and then I was like, I'm okay. I'll move on to something else.
Cool. I'm on 550? Something like that. I suddenly realized that I hadn't unlocked the cube for like 2 worlds. It's like, it's getting harder and harder to find these moons. Like, oh shit, yeah, there's like 2 whole worlds I haven't revisited. It was mental. Like, but yeah, Cyrus, I would recommend if you do. I know a lot of the moon-based like post Bowser things are kind of monotonous, but like when you hit the moon cube, I don't know what it's called. You'll notice there's like these kind of chimney-looking things that appear in the ground. Like, just do those. I think there's only 2 chimneys per world because they are like specifically like designed, whole extra levels down there. You know, they're not like some bullshit extra thing that they've just kind of like tried to tack on. This is like, proper full content. So I think just do those chimney things and then
I opened like one of the cubes and it just put like 1 million new moons around the world and I'm just like, oh, whatever, not about that life. But... Right.
A lot of those are like the ones that have got a number, like a 2. That's the chimney because the chimneys have two moons in them. Yeah, the other ones are just like randomly dotted around, aren't they? Just like in a tree or something.
yeah, and it's just like whatever. Final notes on Mario is I love the like. I am tempted to get 500 to unlock like I know there's like a super challenging last level you can unlock.
Oh yeah, shit.
And
I haven't been that yet.
Like I've done all the first unlockable levels. I think you get them at like 250 moons, and they're those are nice and challenging and hard. So those are fun. I did all those ones, but there's like the final like the end game sequence of this game is loads of fun. Like I was totally enjoying myself. That whole like the whole last level is fantastic.
The musical number, right?
Not that musical number. Everyone was going on about that though in New Donk City.
No, like, the final musical number.
Final musical number. That was like I was grinning ear to ear the whole way through that section. It's good times.
It's crazy. Man, Cyrus has got some long ass new business today.
I know. Sorry about that. That was like this is why I should go first all the time.
So that's the end of the show today.
Thanks for listening. See you next time. No, I'll go ahead and close this out. It's not going to take me very long.
Good.
Man, I really wanted to play more and more games during the winter vacation, but that's just something I didn't do.
Lose up.
Yes. But one game I did pick up that I had been meaning to pick up for a long time is Stardew Valley. And
sorry,
we'll never see Danny again.
Yes.
Sorry, that two things just didn't make sense. What you just said. You had no time to play games, so I downloaded Stardew Valley.
Yeah. Well, in my defense, I only played it for like 5 hours in like
in one night.
Settings. But yeah. Yeah, it's really cool. I mean, anybody out there that's a fan of Harvest Moon, and if you haven't seen anything about this game, what are you doing? But yeah, it really harkens back to the Super Nintendo era, like Harvest Moon's, like beautiful 16-bit, type of animation. Occasionally, like adding a little bit of kind of like newer looking things in there. Like for example, like little things, like little details where you see like smoke coming out of a chimney that's like more like a kind of like a 3D smoke effect type of a thing. But I mean, other than that, it's pretty much what you would expect visually from a game of the 16-bit era, and it looks great. Typically runs pretty smooth. There were some times where, I don't know, I'd get some kind of weird jitters with the game.
It is basically like a PC game running on the Switch, isn't it? Have you seen the mouse cursor pop up?
Yes. No, because you can move that around with the right stick. Yeah. Yeah, but I mean, I really, really liked, in particular, I really liked Harvest Moon 64. I played the crap out of that game.
Seriously?
Back in the day. You guys also played Harvest Moon games back in the day?
Never played a single one.
Damn.
Maybe a couple minutes.
Okay. Guess I'm all alone here. But with the
Animal Crossing on DS is the closest I've got to playing any of those kind of games. Which
yeah,
is, I know they're not similar at all, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, they're pretty similar. I mean, just the fact that in Harvest Moon you're doing farm stuff.
So how many seasons did you get through so far?
I'm still in the first season. Like what they do, like they divide the seasons up. There's 4 seasons, and as opposed to like Harvest Moon.
Wow, you've been in Japan too long, yo.
There are 4 seasons, guys.
Japan has 4 seasons.
Well, yeah. I mean, I think in Harvest Moon they would actually break it down by like months, but with this game, they just kind of said, screw it. Like spring is just 30 days long, and that's it. And then there's going to be summer and fall and winter, and boom.
Man, that would suck if that was real life, wouldn't
it? Yeah, pretty short damn year. But one thing that Harvest Moon, at least the ones that I played, as far as I remember, like your characters didn't really have stamina, I don't think. So like
you could say something else.
Yes. So you could just keep like working out in the field like all day long until you're just out of things to do. But with this game, it makes it so your characters have stamina, where you can't just sit and do like the same thing over and over and over again, because your character will get tired and just like faint. So I mean, it depends on what you're doing. Like, let's say you want to cut down some trees, because when you first get your farm, it's just a mess, and you want to clean it out and, you know, have some room to grow some crops. But you kind of have to think like, okay, well, I still want to go into town later in the day, so I can't use all my energy now, because then if you get like too close to the point where you're about to like drop for the day, you'll start walking like really slowly and like stuff like that. So it's a game where you kind of got to manage that, because there's a lot of different tasks that you can do throughout the day.
What happens when you faint, Danny? Is that like you die?
I haven't fainted. No, basically what happens, like your character just faints, and then you'll wake up the next morning, like, and I think like to your room or to your house, and you maybe you have to like pay them some money or something, depending on how far away they drug your ass.
Hey, we've all been there, right?
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. But yeah, outside of the farming stuff too, I mean, there's combat in the game as well. You can fight like some monsters,
Wow,
and stuff like that. Fishing.
Do you fight them with a shovel or like a sword?
No, you actually get a sword.
Wow.
Yeah, you get a sword. So, yeah, and there's even, because that's like a section where you're like down in some mines, and even in there, that's just another way that if you really wanted, if all you wanted to do in the game is just like go down in the mines and just, you know, mine rocks and stuff like that, you can do it and still have like a pretty successful life in the game. So yeah, I like that about this game. It doesn't really force you into, oh, you have to be a farmer. No, it's like you're pretty open to what you can do in the game. Fishing and, well, farming, you could just forage, just look for crap all over the place if you really wanted to as well. Yeah, like I said, I'm only about 5 hours in and still in the first season, so there's definitely a lot more gameplay to be had here. But
once you get through the playoffs, you should be fine.
Yeah, yes, exactly. But another thing, something I got for Christmas is really awesome. I talked my wife into getting this for me, and this is none other than the Nintendo 64 Anthology.
Ooh.
A book that came out, and it was like commemorating like the 20th anniversary of the release of the N64. Came out in September 2016. But this book, my God, it's about 400 pages long. It has like a really good history section about like the N64, the development cycle, like all sorts of decisions that were in there. They have like kind of mini reviews for every single N64 game released.
Wow.
Which is incredible and fun. They talk about the 64 DD, a personal favorite of mine. They talk about canceled games. And yeah, it's just a really fun, cool book. And I guess right now, as of the time of recording, it was originally like a Kickstarter. It's published on this by this publisher called Geeks Line. And but they put out a PlayStation 1 last year, and there's a GameCube one that's up on Kickstarter right now that's supposed to be releasing this summer. And yeah, I'm really interested in like picking all of these up because it's just fun.
I have a very important question.
Yeah.
How does it look on your shelf?
Well, I've actually been reading it, so it's not been on my shelf.
Wow, disappointed.
Yes,
So
it'll be.
Does this qualify for a collector's corner item in the future, or is this?
It'll be like maybe a decade down the road. Yeah, sure.
Once it's started collecting dust on the shelf.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Got it.
Looking forward to it.
Yeah, great book. If you have extra, Jesus Christ, if you live outside, it comes from Europe. It comes from France. So shipping to Japan was horrendously expensive.
3 times the cost of the book.
About the same price as the book.
Brilliant.
Yeah, so it's great, really fun. But okie dokie. Well, that's pretty much all I've been doing. So that's going to close us out for new business. So we're going to go ahead and move on to Now Playing at Famicast.com. And Now Playing at the Famicast.com. Lots and lots of things. Question mark.
All right. Oh no, that's the wrong section. So yeah, I just thought I'd say a hello to our new patron, a guy called Addison Webb. Ever heard of him?
Yes. Yep.
Some people have heard of him. Addison, Addison became like a $1 patron, and then a few days later changed it to a $3 patron. I guess he realized, oh wait, no, I really want to listen to those fabulous spin-off shows. So yeah, Addison, thank you so much and welcome. You've got like a year's worth to catch up, but well, not a year, but whatever. 9. How many episodes? I think I actually tweeted about this. I think we did 16 regular episodes and 16 patron episodes in 2017. So yeah, like, I mean, if you were just a regular listener and you enjoyed, our 16 episodes, you might not know this, but there's a 16 completely different, amazing, fabulous spin-off shows that you haven't heard. And if you want to listen to them, go to patreon.com/the Famicast.
Yeah, give us $3 and you can get all that shit instantly.
That's right. You get access to a whole different RSS feed, and you get all those shows, boom, will appear magically on your music playing device of choice. As for me, aforementioned review of the Dear God, and also John Egotaku, John Cousins, he's reviewed Thumper, which, if you remember, actually got runner-up for our Indie Game of the Year. And that was suggested by John. And he's since put his review on our website. So yeah, check it out. It sounds amazing. Rhythm Violence. Danny, what else we got this month? Danny, what else we got this month?
Oh, coming very, very soon, we have another exciting episode of Famicast Screen Time. This time we're going to be talking about all the movies from 2017 with a major focus on Star Wars The Last Jedi, so you're not going to want to miss that.
Hey, I'm on that one.
Yeah, and
me too.
Cyrus is going to be on there too.
Wow, first ever screen time.
Yeah.
I'm positively excited.
Is it fair to say there's mixed feelings on The Last Jedi, or are we all the same feelings on The Last Jedi? I don't know.
Save it for the show!
Save it for the show.
You have to find out if we all like or hate or somewhere in between on that movie.
Or all of the above at the same time.
I'm currently listening to several Star Wars audiobooks to make sure I've caught up on all of the lore not in the movie.
Ty, talking about...
Find out if I'm joking or not on Screen Time.
Ty, talking about hype. What else we got this month?
We got Championship Edition.
Oh, shit.
Fighting game spin-off podcast. We're definitely going to talk about EVO Japan, which is happening this month.
Yeah, this is like a mini, almost like a TGS style month for the Famicast, isn't it? We've got events to go to, shit to do.
Yeah, it's going to be a big deal. Oh yeah, all of us are going to EVO Japan, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm going.
Could this be the day that I finally meet James?
Let's hope.
Cool.
Cyrus is not long for this world. I got to meet him before he dies.
Yeah, I know. I think I got the black lung.
Merman.
Cyrus, before you die, what else is what have you been doing? What's going on the Famicast?
Yeah. So I have been contributing reviews, singular, to the Famicast.com. So, like I mentioned at length, I played Sonic Forces and was really disappointed. You can read exactly how disappointed on the Famicast.com.
Wasn't that other game or something?
I haven't done anything else, but Danny has also reviewed one more dungeon. So that was just after our last show.
Yep.
So you can check out this first-person dungeon beat 'em up at your leisure.
All of this and more.
Yeah, Danny felt quite highly of that one. So
did I?
Check it out. More highly than I did with Sonic Forces, which
I think so.
Oh, we also have another review coming on the website from a freelancer, new guy coming in there, and he reviewed. I I've actually forgotten what it's called.
Professionals.
It's called Vostok Inc. And this is like a shoot 'em up / clicker game.
Clicker, like remote control?
Based on communism. No, not communism. Sorry, capitalism. I always get those two mixed up. So yeah, check it out. That's from a new freelancer called Michael. So yeah, pleased to enjoy that as well.
I expect to have a Brawl Out review soon enough. I'm waiting on a hopefully significant patch before I do a proper review of that game.
All of this and more. The Famicast Dead Game. Oh, is Danny left the world?
No, I'm here. Hello.
Okay.
Sorry, I
fell asleep. Sorry, that was a really boring end to that section.
No, it's okay. Oh man, my internet is just being really bad.
What's with the Blob 2 coming out on like Xbox and PlayStation, but not Switch? That doesn't make sense. Fucking Nintendo exclusive game. Yeah, now not.
I'm surprised they're not just re-releasing the Blob again. They seem to like doing that every 6 months.
6 months.
There's only 2 of them. Yeah. Right then, Danny, what's next?
Well, we have a few loose ends for our Game of the Years for some of us. And
the Fammies. It's back.
Again!
It was a big hit last time. We decided to make it a monthly event.
So, yeah, like I totally forgot that, you know, I got a Switch quite late, if you remember. I mean, there was a time when I wasn't getting it, on purposely not getting it. And then there was a time when I really wanted it and couldn't get it. And then I finally got it. And up to that point, I was still playing on my Wii U. And I totally forgot about that because I'd already put the Wii U, like, the back of my mind, like most people. So I went back and I turned on the Wii U and I looked at what I had actually been playing in the first half of the year. Because I had actually been playing games. None of these are new games. So they don't qualify for Game of the Year stuff anyway, right? Because we had a rule, it has to be released in 2017 to qualify, right? But I found out that I played Splatoon 1 and Mario Kart 8 for 5 hours each. So that would already been on my top 5 if it was if it was allowed. I played Deus Ex Human Revolution for 6 hours and then stopped playing it. I liked it, but I don't know, I just kind of got bored. SteamWorld Heist, which was like the first review we had on Famicast.com. Not SteamWorld Dig, SteamWorld Heist. I talked a lot about that game in episodes back on NWR. I played that game for almost 13 hours. So yeah, almost the same as like SteamWorld Dig. You know, I like SteamWorld games. And then I played Yoshi's Woolly World, which I'd had for a good while, but only just got around to playing the beginning of this year. Beginning of last year. I played Yoshi's Woolly World for 18 hours. I think I started playing it like around about Christmas, like 2016 Christmas, but I played most of it in 2017. And yeah, I talked about that on the show and liked it a lot. And then my most played game was Assassin's Creed Black Flag, which I played for 20 hours and got pretty much to exactly the midway point of that game. Because I went back and I checked the chapter number and I was literally almost exactly halfway and then just kind of like gave up. And I just started seeing the creases and the game design and just like, okay, I know how this game is going to end. And it was just like, copy paste the same missions till the end. So I just kind of gave up on that as well. So yeah, that was 20 hours for that. I didn't check my 3DS because I don't think I turned it on once last year.
Dang.
Maybe. I could be wrong. But I just can't be asked to get the 3DS out. What else have we got? Nobody has any Wii U games to add?
No.
No.
Well, I wasn't talking to Ty.
Yeah, I packed up my Wii U and my controller had quite an impressive layer of dust on it when I was packing it up to be sent home.
I'll probably dust it off and play that fucking hacked Smash Brothers.
Danny,
Oh
you got
yeah, they released a patch for Brawl that turned it into Melee.
You mean Smash 4, but yeah.
That one, that's the one.
Oh, Smash 4 has got a patch?
Well,
Yeah.
an unofficial patch that basically rewrote the entire game and turned it into Smash Bros. Melee.
Okay. Danny, you got a Switch at launch, right? So you probably only had 3 months of Wii U play before it got put in the trash.
Yeah, even before that, like I was playing early on last year. I was playing Ocarina of Time 3D.
Oh, okay.
I never beat it. And then I think I also played 1080 on Wii U. And yeah, just like things. Yeah, just
which just got a trademark, new trademark renewal, which people are looking way too much into, probably, because Nintendo renew their trademarks all the time.
October 27th, 2018, buddy. That's when it's coming out.
Okay.
You heard it here first.
Like the Eternal Darkness trademark was renewed maybe 5 years ago, and then again and again, and nothing ever happened. So
it's because they just, I don't
know. Okay. Oh, Ty, you had a top 10 from Bill Gates, right? He sent you something.
Yeah, I haven't gotten an official email from Microsoft about my gaming time, but
that's weird. They usually do that, right?
Yeah, usually. So I don't know what the scoop is, but I did get an interesting mail from True Achievements, which is kind of a Xbox social site that also tracks your achievements.
Is that the one that says Ty completed Street Fighter for the first time? That's why the tweets, right? Yeah.
Yeah, those are automatic tweets. Whenever I get every achievement in a game, that's when it pops up.
Right on.
so if the games get DLC, it might pop up multiple times.
Right.
So anyway, they sent me a pretty cool mail where let's see here. They have my
top 10 achievements?
Yeah, top 10 sources of achievement points.
Wow. Like ever, or in 2017?
In 2017. I'm trying to figure out if it's also weighted towards rarer achievements or not, because True Achievements also has kind of a secondary system where, okay, you know how achievements are with a certain amount of achievement points.
Mm-hmm.
And there's True Achievements also tracks the rarity and then assigns them another score. That's why it's called True Achievements. It tries to normalize the actual value of achievements. So if you get a 10-point achievement, but you're the only fucker in the world that has it, it's going to be worth a lot of points in the True Achievement system.
I believe that's what the trophy, PlayStation trophies tried to do something about that, right?
Yeah, sort of. They don't have points attached, but they have platinum and
rarity value, right?
Yeah.
Only 1 out of 10 million people have this trophy and that kind of stuff, right?
All right, so I'm going to go down my top 10 list here.
Number 10.
Okay. Actually, Killer Instinct. Yes.
Shocked.
Never heard of it.
My gosh.
Well, you should be shocked because you'd be like, doesn't Ty already have all the achievements?
Yeah. Loser.
No, actually, 3 characters came out this year.
That's what I'm just waiting for Ty to clarify, because I know my shit, unlike everyone else on this show, apparently.
Yeah, so I got 450 points from clearing all the achievements with those 3 new characters.
Wow.
All right. Let's see, number 9. You got Crypt of the Necro Dancer.
Oh,
yeah. 595 achievement points. There are achievements that nobody has in that fucking game.
In the history of the world.
Oh, on Xbox, anyway. People have full cleared it on PC and stuff. So let's see. All right, number 8. We have Saints Row Gat Out of Hell. Right?
Wow.
I got 160 achievement points in that. It's pretty quick to full clear the game. It's 8 or 10 hours or something.
Right.
But there's a bug that I ran into where I couldn't get the last achievement. At least not without restarting it. So that sucks. All right, number 7, we have Fallout Shelter. That's right. The mobile game.
Mm-hmm. Is it like? Okay, but it's got achievements even on mobile.
Yeah, because it came out for Windows and Xbox.
Okay.
So
they released the Xbox version of it. I see.
Yeah, that's right. I guess you could probably also play it on your Windows phone and have it share a save file with your Xbox, probably.
If John Lindemann is listening, I'm sure he's happy.
Yeah, so there's like one achievement that takes like 2 years to get unless you like game the system somehow. So I may do that later. We'll see. All right, where are we at? Number 6? We have a Dead or Alive 5 Last Round. And I got all 1,000 achievement points in that for the second time.
Wow.
You monster.
I did it on 360. It's not that long to do. It's like you just do the single player content and then like grind out 100 matches online and you're done.
All right. Does everyone's clothes fall off when you do that?
No, that costs extra. It's free to play.
Yeah, that DLC costs $100 though.
Yeah, no, I did buy like one costume in that game for like $1.50.
Hang your head in shame.
Yeah, it was a really lewd one. So there you go.
Of course it was.
All right,
for all the male characters.
Yeah. All right. Well, I played it in October, so I had a Halloween costume, and then I finished it up around December, so I had a Christmas outfit. Right?
Cute.
Yeah, it was cute. All right, now things are gonna get even more shameful here. We have 1,000 achievement points in Clicker Heroes.
Fuck off.
Yeah.
That's ridiculous.
It is. Basically, I just ran it while I was at work.
You got like an auto fire pad or something like that?
Yeah, the game is kind of designed so you only like have to click at the beginning, and then like you get auto clickers that do it for you, so it just becomes like an idle game. You play it by not playing.
Here's a character in Killer Instinct.
Gross. Yeah, so I just got 1,000 free achievement points while I was at work.
I've just given Microsoft a free ID. Idle clicker. There you go. You're welcome.
Wow. All right, next we have a Skyforce Anniversary, which I talked about a little while ago. You might remember.
Yeah, that was also on the Wii U or something, right?
Yeah, that's right. It was made by a bunch of like Polish people. Top-down shooter. Kind of cool and fun and retro.
Right.
A little bit of a grind at the end, but it was a good game. I enjoyed it. All right, number 3, Tekken 7.
Your number 1 game of the year. In case, in case people didn't know, Ty had to kind of redo his top 5 by actual new games of 2017. So
yeah, I mostly
if you didn't check it.
Yeah, to be real here, I mostly played games from 2016 and 2017. 2017 was kind of weak, IMO. But Tekken 7 is super good. And it doesn't take long to get all those achievements. I did it in a weekend.
It was funny to read your top 5 list because it was like all these games that you'd never mentioned on the show, but like turns out they're your most played games. Like,
yeah.
Did you mention Tekken 7 on the show? I don't remember you doing.
I think I did briefly, but like as far as I know, it's not coming out on a Nintendo platform. Maybe
right.
Maybe in a year, and they'll add like Mario hats or something.
Tekken Tag 3.
Yeah.
Oh, Tekken Tag 2 was like $3 or something on the eShop over Christmas or something. It was ridiculous.
Wow,
yeah, seriously. Seriously.
Good deal. I would get it.
Tekken Tag 2 is a good game.
Wii U sales were mental over Christmas. Like full retail games for like a couple of dollars. It was trying to get rid of shit.
They still got some sales on the Japanese eShop that I haven't even bothered to look at because I'm like, I just use my Wii U for Netflix.
Right. I think Black Flag was like $7 or something like that.
Man.
Like Resident Evil, all sorts of shit.
I think that's what I got it for on Xbox One. I've yet to play it.
Oh, Black Flag's a great game.
I know. I have it on 360 and Xbox One.
You monster.
Yeah, the 360 one is free.
Okay.
Are we up to number 2 now, Ty?
Yes. Shovel Knight. I got
Mm.
1,100 achievement points.
So do they like 1,000 new achievement points with each like new story?
No, I don't think so. I think it's like 1,000 achievement points for the base game, and then it's kind of arbitrary what DLC is. It's usually like a few hundred points.
Okay.
So yeah, I did the bulk of Shovel Knight achievements.
Wow.
This last
year.
year. Yeah. All right, and my number 1 source of achievement points.
Clicker Heroes 2.
No, it was actually Doom.
Oh,
okay.
okay. Nice.
Yeah, because it went on sale, so I bought it really cheap. I already played through the PC version, so I just kind of blazed through, got all the collectibles and all that trash. And you might remember they changed the DLC setup on it, so everybody gets all the DLC for free. So I got like a shit ton of extra points on top of the 1,000.
It's funny that even playing the Switch version, which never had DLC, like a notification pops up saying, "We've changed the DLC. It's now free to everyone."
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. So I
Congratulations,
actually
Ty.
only have like 2 achievements left to get in that game. I have to make a snap map, and I have to like fucking grind multiplayer for 1 billion hours.
Rest in peace.
Yeah. I don't know if I could do the multiplayer. It kind of sucks, actually. But I'll probably make a snap map at some point.
What's a smap map? I'm only on the Switch version.
Yeah, I know, right?
No, a smap map. That's the Japanese version.
Yeah, that's right.
That would be the greatest DLC ever.
No,
They
it
were
wouldn't.
disbanded last year. Sorry, folks.
They're all dead
Oh.
now anyway.
Yeah, they disbanded to work on Doom.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, a few of the kind of game of the year related stuff to go through here. The first one, we got a nice tweet from Vufu Studios, which Ty obviously knows is the developers behind Mantis Burn Racing.
Yeah.
And if anyone hasn't read Ty's review, quote unquote review of Mantis Burn Racing, holy shit. It's probably banned in like 50 countries. So if your country allows you to read Ty's review, then please do. And the developers actually did read it and actually scanned through it for good points about the game. And they actually tweeted, Mantis Burn Racing is instantly fun and wins Famicast Surprisingly Good Game of the Year award. Thanks.
I think
Hashtag game dev, hashtag gamers unite. So yeah, they humbly accepted our award.
yeah, that's like the second time in like 20 years that I've been quoted on a game developer's website.
Yeah, you're trying your best not to be.
Right?
Despite your efforts, they quoted you. I don't know how they found a good thing in that review. I mean, it was generally positive, but
Yeah.
it was just just a mass insanity. It was anyway,
Yeah, it was more of I would call it like performance art than a game review.
something like that. We also got a nice message from Yacht Club Games. I'm sure Ty is familiar with them. And yeah, they said it's awesome that Shovel Knight won Get Good Game of the Year. And thank you to everyone at the Famicast. So thank you, Yacht Club Games. You're welcome. We also got a message from Brian. Holy shit, I can't pronounce his name. He works at Image and Form.
Yeah, he's the guy there.
Yeah, Brian Sigurdsson. I'm sorry, Brian, if I pronounce that wrong. He says,
Yes.
Yeah. He so obviously Steamworld Dig won Indie Game of the Year on the Fammies. He said, thanks for this. Famicast has been added to the lineup of our Accolades trailer, which will air in January. So yeah, we're going to be at the end of the trailer when they
Fully
release
featured.
something. Yeah,
Like,
fully featured. Famicast.com called it something. Indie Game of the Year.
Yes.
something like that, right? Oh yeah, and a message from Rich, one of our patrons. He said he was going to write up this whole thing about Danganronpa, but it was obviously the right choice. He ran out of time. Turns out it didn't have to because it won the award anyway. So yeah, Rich was right. Yeah, it did win. Good job. And finally, Game of the Year chat. I talked to my son. He was obviously, the secret fifth member of the Famicast crew. And I asked him what his favorite games of 2017 were. And this is what he said. So there you have it. Apologies to video viewers, by the way. You'll have to listen to the audio version if you want to listen to it. So there you have it. Mario Odyssey won my son's Game of the Year with 100 out of 10. So yeah, there you go. That was his Game of the Year. Yeah, he does like Mario a lot, and it's kind of amazing. Like if I'd played Mario Odyssey when I was his age, I think my brain would have exploded. It's we always talk about how games look like the movies that kids watch, and Mario Odyssey pretty much does, right? I mean, it looks like a Pixar game, a Pixar movie or whatever, right? So yeah, he just loves. He treats it like almost like Mario going out on a exploring the world kind of thing. Like he treats it as like Mario is going on an adventure around the world, and we have to help him do that kind of thing. Like if in that clip he said, like he talks about like going to the darker side of the moon, and he said like, why would they go there? He's like he's kind of confused. He's like, why would Mario go on a holiday there? It's like, yeah.
But I love that Mario does kind of treat the whole game like that. Like he picks up souvenirs and like you put stickers on your ship and stuff.
Right. Exactly. Yeah, the travel stickers and stuff. Yeah. Okay.
I found his list a bit suspect with that 10 out of 10 on ARMS.
Yeah. No, but Pokken got 20 out of 10, so you must be happy.
That was the one. That part was pretty okay, I guess.
Yeah, and I should mention that's the demo of Pokken.
Yeah, I was going to say, I did not like that demo at all, but okay.
He's played it like 20 times. Like, good luck to him.
Are you even able to play it that many times?
Yeah, it does actually have a counter, doesn't it? Yeah, I think we're probably getting down to the wire at this point. So yeah, I'll let you know.
Well, Dad, looks like you got to buy Pokken.
Not going to happen. Okay.
Put it on the Wii U.
Is Comic Cat chat related to Game of the Year, or was that just thrown in randomly?
yeah. I'm not sure where I should have thrown that, but it is like 2017 business. It's the last 3 days of the year.
Okay.
And there are indie games there, usually made by like one or a couple people, or sometimes a small team. Like
as yet unreleased, or like
released? Yeah, like you can just go there and buy them. It's like a fucking flea market.
Right.
But some of these games have come to Nintendo systems in the past, such as that Ace of Seafood game.
Yes.
And what else? Gatagarasu, the fighting game, has had a presence there. So every year at Comic-Con, I go and browse the games. If you see my Twitter, I tweet out a video that someone else makes that has like a video digest of like all the games there.
All the games.
It's usually like an hour-long video or some shit. So you can just see like little mini trailers for all the games. And I did pick one up right here.
Tai Shuga's Comic Cat Game of the Year goes to...
Yeah, this is Majin Shoujo. It's basically Gradius, the Toho characters, and it's very cute and fun and challenging.
Toho characters, for example?
Fuck.
That one with the hat.
I don't...
Godzilla.
God, I don't know. One
with the hair.
One of them's named Reimu, I think. I don't know the Toho characters that well.
Yeah, if you go on the Japanese eShop, you'll see a rake of Toho games like in the top 10 every time.
All your favorite characters. Right.
Yeah. There are some Toho Turbo nerds out there with like decals all over their car and shit. You should ask them. Not me though. I just like little shooter Danmaku games. So whatever. I'll probably stream this later. I'll be the only person in history to stream this obscure Japanese game that you could only get at a convention on one day.
That's a rare achievement.
Yeah, so that's my Comic Kit game of the year is Majin Shoujo.
Awesome. Cool. Cyrus, Danny, do you have any like adjustments to your game of the year, like games you played like before the year was out? Does Doom make it into your lists, Cyrus? Does
like amount played? Like I don't think I actually got to play Doom until this year, so I don't think
you played a lot of Mario. I was like impressed, like how much Mario you got through in such a little time.
Yeah, I played a lot of Mario. I wonder how much. I think it's like 10 hours, 20 hours. I don't know. It's a long ass game.
I think it was about 20.
Yeah,
you're doing like 100 moons a night or something at one point, were you?
Yeah, there was a couple of days where I'm like, I have 2 days where I have nothing, and I'm like, I'm going to use these. So I just kind of sat down and just like binged that game. Well, I got like 15 hours in Brawl Out. I've got
there you go, Brawl Out, yeah.
10 hours in Sonic Forces, 20 in Mario Odyssey. Yeah, about it.
Brawl Out, yeah. That was like
I've been enjoying the heck out of Brawl Out, but it had some serious issues they said they would address in a patch, so I held off on my review because I would just have to write an update to that review otherwise.
No sooner than was Brawl Out, like another kind of like Smash Brothers style 2D fighting game was announced or is coming soon to Switch, and I've forgotten what it's called. Like something of Ether?
Rivals of Aether or Aether?
Yeah,
Aether?
yeah. That's right. Like,
so that's not actually officially coming because that game is built in Game Maker and it's basically held together with like sticky tape at this point. So they're like, we want someone to port our entire game to Switch and then it'll be on Switch.
Yeah, I don't know what Nintendo thinking not having Game Maker support on Switch. That's crazy. Because like literally every other game engine in the world works on Switch except Game Maker. So yeah, they need to get on that. Cool. Danny, nothing from you at the end of last week?
I played a few other things, but like nothing to really take over. Stardew Valley's in consideration, but I mean, I would need to play it more to even, kind of think about that like as a final thing.
Unfortunately, it won't qualify for this year's Fammies because it was released last year. But anyway,
right. That's okay.
Enjoy. Sometimes it's nice to play games just for fun, not just so it can get an award, right?
Right. Yeah, exactly.
Or not because you have to review it or whatever, right?
Yeah.
Sometimes we lose the feeling of just playing a game for fun. Sometimes. Never forget. So, as we heard earlier, my son's game of the year went to Mario Odyssey, but he does like ARMS. He does like ARMS a lot. And like I said, he gave it a 20 out of 10. So, come on. So we're actually going to play a quiz because part of my chat with him about what his favorite games were was a quiz on ARMS characters. Now, listeners to the Famicast probably remember a game that we played. Man, I can't remember what episode it was, but we played a game about Smash Brothers characters. And my son describes Smash Brothers characters in a interesting manner, and you guys had to guess what character he was describing, right? Do you remember that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's what this quiz is, but this time it's ARMS characters. And I hope you've been swatting up on your ARMS character names, Ty, because otherwise you're not going to do good. I've copy and pasted the full the roster into the agenda if you want to.
All right. Now, I've had a tab open for some time with all the character profiles.
There you go.
Wow, this game has characters that aren't Twintel. What the heck?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's my son's favorite.
I love the character design in this game.
Oh, it's beautiful. Like some of the best character design that's come out of Nintendo recently, and that's saying something because those guys are good with characters.
Right then. So if you guys click the link in the chat, the Twitter chat, and that should send you to a folder full of audio clips. Okay. Which Danny can use later in the edit. Are you guys on that folder? Are you okay?
Wait, what? I see a list of characters, but no links.
No, in the Twitter chat, I sent a Google Drive link. Oh, do you want me to put it in here as
That's
well?
probably better.
Okay, I'll just put it in
For
here.
me too, just for the edit.
There you go, the bottom.
Okay, cool.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, I've got, let me see here. I've got 7 audio clips, so 7 questions. So first up.
1 second. Sorry, it's not letting me open this.
If you just double click the audio file, it should just play.
No, as in like this site can't be reached. I can't open this link that's in the document. Did Danny open this okay?
I opened it. Yeah.
Maybe just try a new window or a incognito.
Firefox.
Try an incognito tab or something like that.
Okay, it worked in Firefox. It's not in Chrome for some reason. Yeah.
I'm using Netscape Navigator, but whatever.
Right.
Okay.
Ty, you're good?
Yeah, I got it.
Okay. So go ahead and listen to question 1. Who is this? First to shout out the correct answer.
Uh,
Like the list to help you.
Intel?
No, this is oh my god. This is Dr. Coyle.
Correct.
Oh,
Danny.
what the heck did I not say Dr. Coyle? She's awesome. I was like, there's only like 4 girl characters in this whole game, and I was like, it's not Ribbon Girl. It's...
Green hair gave it away, brother.
Yeah, that's why I was like, I totally blanked, and she's the brand new character.
Yup.
There you
Get on
go.
my
Danny,
level, boys.
Danny, 1 point. Good job. Yes, that is Dr. Cole, the final DLC character in version 5 of ARMS.
Okay,
So-
I didn't have a full body picture.
That's what she said. So here we go. On to character number 2.
Oh god, I gotta download this.
I
Silver
believe.
hair, twin tail.
Nope.
Springman.
Nope.
Oh, it's the Springtron?
Yes, Cyrus gets it. It is Springtron, which is just a reskin of Springman.
Shadow Dale.
Shin Springman.
Springman, exactly. Yeah, yeah. I believe they had one of those. It's not Splatfest, is it? What's it called? The kind of Splatfest style thing that they're doing.
Oh,
in
the
ARMS.
Party Crash. Yeah.
Party Crash. Yeah, that was the last one was involving him. Last
No,
time
no,
I played.
no. The last one was involving Master Mummy and Twintel.
Oh, okay.
New Year's Eve, baby.
Yeah, those were a perfectly logical combination.
Hey, I love Master Mummy. I was just glad he got in on some of that.
All right. You ready for character number 3?
No.
Let's do it.
Fuck.
Ty, you should just double click it. It should just play in the browser.
It's an interesting theory.
Ninjara?
It's Helix.
Yes, Danny gets it. It is Helix. What gave it away?
He's first it said he's green, and then it said wait, he's purple or like pink, blue, and then I don't know if he's a boy.
Yeah, as soon as I said I don't know he's a boy, I'm like, probably Helix. But I'm gonna make my peace with Ninjara.
Right, that was Helix, which is I think it's called DNA Man in Japanese, isn't he?
Yes, he is.
Okay then. Ty, are you okay, Ty?
No, I have way too many tabs open.
Okay, should we give Ty a few seconds to open up question 4?
Yeah.
Yeah, especially since I think I closed the window.
Okay, well the
I
link.
love this, like the start of the quiz. I have all my tabs ready to go for this quiz, and then
I am the tab.
The too many tabs help.
yeah,
We're on number 4?
Yep. Question 4. Are you okay?
No.
Maybe Ty should just download the whole like pack and then
Yeah.
play it off his hard drive.
All right, I got it.
Okay, here we go. Character number 4.
Bark and bite.
Holy shit! Ty gets
Yeah,
it.
he looks like a robot.
And he has a dog.
Yeah, that pretty much.
I didn't
is
even
it.
get that far.
Nice. Bards and bike. Yeah, that's the. Yeah, you really have to see the spelling of that for it to make more sense, don't you? I don't really play these guys very much. Do you, Danny?
I wasn't a fan.
Yeah, I mean the bark, the dog character, just kind of like is there just to annoy the other person, right?
Yeah.
Sticking his
I think a
tongue out or
while back on Twitter, I retweeted a picture of like a real life cop beating on one of the wacky waving inflatable flailing arm tube men.
something.
And somebody just captioned it "Arms 2017."
Awesome. Okay, here we go. Character number 5. Hit it.
It's Twin Tail.
Holy shit! Yes, it is. How did you get that quickly?
Ty's hitting him way too fast.
I think. Yeah, I think Ty, a bit of a flying start there.
Maybe.
Okay, maybe
Maybe
wait
just,
until
like,
I say
call
hit
out
it.
But then, like,
3, 2,
her
1,
hair's
go.
arms. Come on.
Oh yeah. This was quite a short clip, right? Yeah, that's right. Okay. Yeah, Twin Tail. That's my son's favorite character.
Everyone's.
And he's also convinced she's married to
Master Mummy
Misango.
or him.
Okay, here we go. Number 6. Ready, go.
Open.
Oh, Ninjaro. Ninjara?
Enjoy.
You got it. Yes, I'm glad you corrected yourself because I wouldn't have given you it with Ninjaro because he doesn't exist.
Oh, I've been watching that Lego Ninjago movie.
Ninjara. Well, Danny and Ty have tied it up. It's 2 each, and Ty's
Whoa.
on 1. So we're on to the last question, though.
Cyrus got that last one, not me.
Sorry, yeah, that's what I said. Ty has only got 1. So Ty, if you get this one, it's a
Oh.
triple. It's a triple tie.
Ty has 2. He got Bark and Bite and the other one, Twin Tail.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, good point.
Every character is Twin Tail.
All right, so this is to win it. Here we go. On 3, 3, 2, 1. Number 7, go.
What the fuck?
Oh,
That's
Misango. Misango.
Yes.
Misango.
Damn it. Cyrus wins it.
Yeah.
Whee!
Well, Pop.
done.
He's got a ghost.
He's got a ghost.
It's
My
got-
boy's been playing Banjo and Kazooie. He got that mask flying around him.
Right. So yeah, the last 3 that we had, Twin Tail, Ninjara, and Misango, were actually his favorite characters.
Hmm.
Twin Tail is his most favorite.
How does he feel about Master Mummy?
Yeah.
Nothing,
fine.
like most people.
It's fine. It's
Am I
fine.
the only
like-
person that likes Master
No.
Mummy? Seriously?
I like Master Mummy, but
Okay.
my son is lukewarm.
Okay. Pity.
No
Okay.
Mechanica love? I like me some Mechanica.
Oh man, Kid Cobra is cool as fuck.
Also, Lola Pop. I love Lola Pop's goofy face. She's
No, you
awesome.
don't. No one does.
Oh.
Stop kidding yourself.
Kid Cobra is made with my favorite colors, and he looks like a trapper keeper.
He's got like a
Instant
hockey mask on, right?
Yeah, or like
Something
a something like that. I thought it was like a BMX mask or something.
Yeah, he's like that dude from fucking Fighting Vipers, the BMX dude.
Oh shit! Great game. Actually,
Awesome.
I'd look at a tier list. I was looking at a tier list earlier today, and apparently, like the 3 classes are like S rank, A rank, and F rank. Cyrus, do you know about this?
No,
So-
but it sounds like Smash Bros.
You mean for
Like
arms?
Ganondorf rank.
Yeah,
For arms, okay. Wow, who's S rank then?
I don't remember.
Okay.
Master
Well, there you
Mummy.
go. So yeah, Cyrus wins the arms character quiz.
Tell
That's
tell
pretty
your son to like just instead of buying you amiibo, just give him to me instead.
good. There's no arms amiibo. Same. Isn't
Yeah, just whatever. I'm not picky.
it? Awesome. So next, Danny, we move on to news. There's only one bit of news.
Yeah.
It's barely worth it to call it Japanese.
Well, it wouldn't be the news without that. That's for sure.
That was a
And,
stealth announcement there. You weren't expecting it.
Was not. And like James said, there's really not a lot. Today we're just going to touch on the charts, and we're kind of this is of significance for sure.
Oh yeah,
So,
yeah. This is huge.
yeah. So as of the last batch of sales data, the Nintendo Switch has officially sold more than the Wii U here in Japan. Not saying much.
That's
Not
so
saying much,
stupid.
but it's still a bonker statistic.
Yeah.
Tallest
So,
midget award goes to. But yeah, that's ridiculous. So it's 3.3 for Wii U and 3.4 for Switch
yes.
million, and that's just Japan.
Yeah.
And in America, I believe it's the fastest selling console of all time.
Yeah, that's what they
North
said. Like
America.
faster than the Wii.
Faster than Wii, faster than PS2, etc., etc.
Mhm.
Which is crazy. So
Yeah, considering so many people, like myself included, looked at the Switch and went, "What are they doing?"
right. Yeah, it'd be interesting to go back and listen to our kind of like predictions or just like, first reveal, which was like, it was round about January when we went to the Switch event, wasn't it?
Yeah, mid to late January, yeah, man.
And that was when obviously the reveal happened, and then the event was like the next day or a couple of days after the big reveal.
Yeah, something like that, yeah.
Man, yeah. And there was that big Odyssey ship and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have to go back and watch those videos. But those videos and stuff and podcasts are all on NWR. That was before, obviously, we went solo.
Mm-hmm.
Before we cast off by ourselves.
So of the top 20 top selling games at the end of last year, are they all Nintendo games? Like on Nintendo systems? I'm just checking here. I think they are.
Yeah.
That's ridiculous. And there's a lot of Switch games on here, which is amazing.
Yeah.
Considering most people couldn't find one.
Mm-hmm.
So okay, I'll do 20 to 11, and then Ty, because Ty loves charts, he can do 10 to 1.
Hell yeah.
One Piece, Kaizoku Musou 3, Musou game, that's on the Switch, is at 20. Then Sumiko Gurashi, Sumiko Park Hei Yokoso. What the fuck is that? That's on Switch. I have no idea what that is. Sumiko Gurashi? Anyone?
I have no idea.
No idea. Monster the Double Cross is at 18. Girls Mode 4, Cyrus.
I must have missed that one, sorry.
On
Style
3DS.
Savvy 3.
Yeah, Style Savvy 3.
Yeah, it sounds heavy. I didn't pick it up. This one! Sumiko Gurashi, Sumiko Park. I have the demo of this on my Switch right now, actually.
What is it?
It's these 5 super cute mascot characters that have been doing the rounds in all the toy stores recently. Like they look like if Godzilla and a marshmallow like fused. That's what they look like.
Awesome.
And it's just this stupid bunch of like go-kart mini games, and it's ultra cute and like bake-offs and stuff.
Cyrus,
I have the demo. I haven't played it.
Brilliant. Can't even be asked to play a free demo. Isho ni Chokito, Snippers Plus. Snipper clips, right? That's a 16. Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2 on Switch. At 15. FIFA 18 on Switch. Tobidasu Dobutsu no Mori Amiibo Plus. That's Animal Crossing, whatever the 3DS version's called, with Amiibo. New Leaf, thank you. Did they ever give it a different name in the West, or was it just New Leaf with Amiibo?
New Leaf with Amiibo.
Okay. Kirby Battle Deluxe, 3DS game. Xenoblade 2 on Switch is at number 11. Ty, you can take it from number 10.
Oh man, this is the most Japanese list ever.
Right.
We got Pokken Tournament DX on Switch. We got ARMS on Switch.
20 out of 10.
Yeah, boy. 1-2 Switch.
Why is this on a list?
I don't know. It's number 8. I don't know what to tell
People
you.
are tricked into buying it. Like, oh yeah, we need to get this. It's got Switch in the title. We need to get.
I'm pretty sure this list is just Nintendo though. This can't be the actual like all games list.
Yeah,
right?
I was thinking that. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just Nintendo. We got Zelda Breath of the Wild number 7. We got Yokai Watch Busters 2.
Yep.
Iho Densetsu Banbaraya.
That's what she said.
We got motherfucking Mario Party 100 minigame collection on 3DS.
Sold more than Zelda Breath of the Wild.
Cut my life into pieces. Pokemon Ultra Sun Moon. Super Mario Odyssey. That's number 3. Splatoon 2. Number 1 is Mario Kart 8 Deluxe on Switch.
How are Pokemon games rated on this? Do they just combine the sales of both of them, or what?
That's a good point. Yeah, I think they do.
I know a bunch of people who buy both copies.
Oh, by the way, to answer your question, this is the all formats charts. The reason why it stops at 22 is because after that, it's a PlayStation game.
Oh, shit.
That is insane.
Biohazard 7 was like just off the bottom there. We're getting this from Japanese Nintendo.com, so he stopped it when it became non-Nintendo.
Yeah, like, because I looked at it and was like, this is bonkers. But I was trying to find the link, and now I see the link to the full list. This is crazy.
That is bonkers. Oh, wait, this is still physical only, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah, rip in peace every other publisher in the world. In Japan, at least, anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, Battlefront 2 was down there as well, like 25 or 26 or something like that. Noted.
I wonder how differently this list would look if it included digital sales.
Well, the ironic thing is, like, Japanese people buy digital games physically as well. Like, the physical cards, that Danny usually has stuck on his corkboard behind him. Like ARMS and Mario, Splatoon 2 and Mario Kart, they all exist as physical digital downloads.
Yeah.
I don't know how they are counted. I guess that counts as a physical release because you buy it in a shop.
I think they.
I would say it's probably a digital because they can track it being downloaded from the eShop.
Yeah.
It's got a barcode, and you pay for it with cash at a shop. Interesting. I don't know, because other regions don't do that, do they? No one else has those crazy download cards.
I saw something similar like that in America for like PlayStation things. I could have been in a fever dream. I really don't remember.
My game shop here like has a whole rack of Wii U download games. Like almost every single Wii U game, first party and some third party, as existing as little just the download tags that you can just pay for at the cash register. It's crazy. So many. I wish they would just fucking replace it with Switch ones.
Throw the fucking things away. I mean,
because the Wii U ones are still like full price. It's like, you can get like Xenoblade Chronicle X for 9,000 yen as a download. It's like, yeah, great.
Yeah.
No thanks. Assassin's Creed 3 for 8,000 yen. Yay. Or you can just download it for $7 off the American eShop.
Well, you can't do that on the Japanese eShop.
Exactly. Danny, aren't you glad the Switch is region free? Now you can actually buy all these games at like in sales and stuff.
Yeah, I can actually get some good sales, and yeah, it is nice being able to play something in your native language too.
Fuck that. More like native sales. They're the best.
That's good.
And yeah, I mean, yeah, Danny, like you said, you haven't been exposed to like any indie games, barely any indie games because of the fucking Japanese eShop.
Yeah, I mean, even for me, thanks to Japan. Yeah.
Rest in peace, Danny. We didn't get any of that.
Your beatbox solo was sick, though.
Yeah, that was awesome.
Yeah, don't worry about it. Yes.
Not important. Right, moving on.
Forget about it.
Feedback. Time for some feedback. I guess we don't have a jingle for that bit.
We should just play like a feedback squeal from a speaker or something.
Well, that's more like how Danny's internet connection this episode.
Yeah. Well, If any of you guys out there have feedback for us, feel free to email us at thefamicast@gmail.com. Also, be sure to hit us up on Twitter at thefamicast. You can also do that on Facebook. Again, Famicast. Here on YouTube. Stitcher reviews. What's it? Mixcloud.
Hey, Google must have something. Google Play. If you're in America, you can download us on Google Play and I guess review us on a Google Play.
Yeah.
Please, if you can, give it a shot. See what happens. Tell us.
Yeah, and you can get if you have a review or some kind of a nice or horrible thing to say to us in general, feel free, and we'll probably read it on the air. Like
it was a real pain in the ass to get this podcast on Google Play. So if you have an Android, by all means, go and do it, but only if you're in the US.
Yeah, because fucking regions.
First, we got some Patreon comments from the Patreon website. First one is from Aaron Brown, one of our lovely patrons. We asked people what their favorite spin-off show was, and his favorite was Sound Test. And also Nick Lone said his favorite was The Quiz Show, which is called, the full title, Danny. No one knows, do they? Cyrus, full title of The Quiz Show.
Yeah, that's a quiz show. Is this a question on the quiz show or the next quiz show?
It actually might be. That would be actually a good quiz question. What is the name of this podcast that we're on? Anyway, Nick Lone likes The Quiz Show, Super Famicast, Happy Wish Show Hour. Probably, that's what it's called.
Happy Smile, Super Challenge, Famicast Wish Show.
Yeah, that's what I said. And AC/DC, Ty, is Nick Lone's favorite.
Oh, great.
He says, keep up the great work. Yeah, look forward to more AC/DC this year, of course.
Yeah.
What else? Oh, talking about the quiz show, Aaron actually gave us his score, because if you remember, we asked people to share what scores they got, and he got 74 out of 40, which is brilliant. No, we actually redid the whole scoring thing after we realized what a fucking mess it was. He got 74 out of 230.
I don't know, 74 out of 40 sounds in line with your son's rating system, so it seems fine to me.
And he said 70 points out of the 74 were all from Ty's section. And they're all, even though they're all just guesses.
You beat the coin flips.
Yeah, he did. He actually won that section, technically. What else we got? Oh, Rich also was mocking us and saying, he was wondering how long it was going to take you guys to realize your scoring system didn't work. Thanks, Rich. Bit too late to point it out now, mate. This one, we got a comment from Addison Webb. Addison is going through the back catalogue of all the Patreon shows, so he's only just catching up to the first Super Challenge quiz.
God, I can't remember it.
And I don't even remember what this is in relation to. He told us that the Dendy was the Russian Famicom. I don't even understand what that is about. Did we talk about Russian Famicoms?
Maybe we did. I don't remember. But the Dendy is the Famicom that you could get in the old Soviet bloc and those
USSR.
nearby countries. Yeah, I got a buddy here in Japan from the Czech Republic. And he regales me with stories about how much he fucking loves the Dendy. as well as like some music artists I follow on YouTube. They're like, yeah, my favorite Dendy game, Battletoads. So yeah, I'm pretty sure the Dendy is like pretty much bootleg. I'm not sure exactly what the deal is, but yeah.
When cartridge does not work, we pour vodka.
Exactly.
So next is Fidel Suarez for just a nice comment in general. Thank you guys for doing a great job. He'll keep supporting us to the end, probably. So thank you.
Good to put the caveat in there.
The end, which I hope is soon.
The sweet release of death. Next, we'll move on to some Twitter tweets. Sorry. Donald Mick, he said he between Giant Bomb and the Famicast, he's going to spend his entire long weekend listening to Game of the Year stuff. So yeah, I
Sweet.
guess that was his whole Christmas vacation, was listening to that. Yeah, Giant Bomb had a lot of Game of the Year related podcasts, didn't they? They always do like 25 hours worth of that discussion stuff. We condensed it all into 3. So just saying. Not saying that we're better than the Giant Bomb crew, but yeah, we probably are.
Yes.
R. Weber says, super appreciative of all the content creators I have enjoyed this past year. RFN podcast, never heard of it. Player One podcast, never heard of it. The Famicast, definitely heard of that one.
Yeah, it sucks.
The Shoddycast, Oxhorn Talarian College, SBMTG. Wow, there's a whole bunch of podcasts I never heard of. But yeah, thank you for all your hard work and looking forward to more content in the new year. Thank you, R. Weber. Pleased to enjoy. Fuck, I forgot to write who wrote this one. Listening to the Fammies. Great show, but wanted to point out during the stream talk, Super Cat Drugs mentioned randomly owning Jamestown.
Yeah.
I had that from a Humble Bundle too. It's a horrible game. It's a horrible name, but it's a great vertical shooter. The name comes from a story which is really out there and is pretty fun about how the colonists who colonized Jamestown, VA in our universe, are trying to start a colony in Jamestown, Mars in space. Definitely worth checking out.
Sounds wild. Yeah, let me make sure. Let me see if I've installed that. If I haven't, I'll do it right now.
This is the section of the show called "Does Ty on this game?" Oh yeah, sorry, that comment was from Madison Webb.
Yeah, I have installed it. I'll add it to favorites so I can remember to play it. Right between Hotline Miami and Lethal League.
Next one is from Dread Pirate Stone. He says, "Thanks to the Famicast for a great 2017."
I think it says letter O 17.
That's right. 2017.
I like it. It's very hacker.
Right. Alt Insider, aka J Dubs, mentioned that he had a podcast with Brian in Fukuoka. His Twitter handle is at my2yen, and he mentioned us on his episode, and he said asking us where to send the invoice. These nuts, I believe, is the answer to that. No,
These
that was
nuts for president 2020.
Right. Yeah, that was an interesting episode. Yeah, and Brian considers us, a fine example of Japanese podcasting. So thank you very much. Danny, we got anything from Bookface?
Looks like we do have a comment from Bookface that I must have missed in the holiday.
Yeah, it just happened today, like hours ago.
Oh, okay, thank God. I was like, geez, did I miss this around Christmas Day or something? No, but apparently we got a message from AJ Straight, and he said,
"Hey, he's a friend of mine from my hometown."
Okay, because I was thinking, because I have a brother named AJ, and I was thinking, what? I don't think he pays any attention to any of these things.
Yeah, in fact, he was my coworker back at the arcade.
AJ?
Yeah.
My brother?
Well, no, this AJ here.
Okay. But no, AJ asked, he said, any more calendars for 2018 coming out? I'm assuming he's talking about the calendars. I'm hoping he's talking about the calendars that are I usually put out that come from Nintendo's Line account. Yes, there are. And there's one posted. There should be one posted. Maybe I forgot to do that.
I thought he was talking about the calendars that I make for the Famicast.
That's probably the one.
Which shows, which podcasts are coming out this month.
That's probably the one. The more important calendar.
Yeah, it was a reply to one of the calendars from the Line account.
Okay. Wow. In your face, James.
Yeah, get dunked on.
Line. The app that everyone's using around the world.
Yes. Well, that's why I put those calendars up there.
There you go. So that's a wrap.
Yep.
Woo.
117 in the bag. 2018 is done.
Man, I am so impressed we made it through 2018 episodes.
Right.
Yep.
Certainly felt like 2018 episodes anyway.
Yes.
Oh, Addison had another comment. Man, Addison's been going crazy. He said he had Rocket League on PC. Played it a little, but is playing it regularly on the Switch. Just like you, Danny. Such a great game for the platform. You should be happy they finally found a way to get Southern Americans like myself into European football. Monster trucks. So yeah, yes. Addison's going ham on the comments. We appreciate it. Thank you, Addison.
Yeah. Yep.
I was only pretending that I didn't know you. For comical effect.
Yes. Party har har.
Please understand.
Cool. All right. Well, that's all we have for the episode this time. Thank you, everybody out there, for listening. And we're going to go ahead and give you guys our Twitter handles. So if you want to follow me, you can follow me at DannyBiv, DannyBiv. James?
At FamiComplicated. That's it. That's all I got.
Okay. And Cyrus?
At Selfie with a C and an S. Pick your adventure.
Oh God. Ty.
Super Cat Drugs. I've posted a lot of fight game funnies lately. I nearly forgot. Right before we started recording, I put up a little editorial on the Famicast website. Check it out.
Yes,
it's the blog, as it were.
Yeah, reading that blog will probably level you up and give you new perks that you can use on the rest of the Famicast.
Yes.
That's right. And it's a double XP weekend, so get in there and unlock the weed skin for your Call of Duty gun.
Cool.
Pound those dues.
Yeah, on that note, weed skins. We're out of here.
That better not be the episode title.
Oh boy.
No, it's a blunt force.
All right. Well, we're out of here, guys. Thank you for listening. Of course, thanks you guys for coming on the show and doing everything that you guys have done. And we will catch you next time. See you.
Peace.
Peace.
Let's have a